Human trafficking, the modern day slavery. Human trafficking, the definition of human trafficking is the action or practice of illegally transporting people from one country or area to another, typically for the purpose of forced labor or sexual exploitation. This is modern day slavery because people are taken forcefully or conned into situations that they cannot change or escape, whether it is from fear, poverty, or they are being threatened with someone they love being hurt. The three main points in this speech I will be covering: who are the victims, who is responsible, and how we can protect ourselves from these horrific actions. Human trafficking is the second largest criminal enterprise in the world, earning exploiters more than 150 billion each year, according to a report released by the International Labor Organization in May 2014. Let us start with who are the victims. There are anywhere from 600 to 800,000 individuals trafficked in the U.S. each year. The majority are women and children. I could only wonder how many people are being trafficked all around the world. The business is only getting bigger because of how much people are getting paid, and when they get caught, the penalty is not as harsh as it should be. Immigrants are exploited and promised a better life when they are smuggled in the U.S. only to find out that they have to work for years or sometimes even their whole life to pay off the debt that they say they owe, that the traffickers say that they owe. Other victims are runaways, kidnapped kids, and even foster children. They are forced to work in various jobs like restaurant businesses, agricultural work, construction, massage parlors, prostitution. This business does not care about age, race, gender, or anything. The traffickers will do anything for the money. This includes lies, steal, assault, and murder to make sure they scare the victims so they will not try to leave, keeping them hostage. Who is responsible for these evil acts? The traffickers or exploiters is what they are called. Traffickers range from small-time solo operators to loose networks of criminals, to highly sophisticated criminal organizations that operate internationally. Exploiters choose to trade in humans because they are low startup costs, minimal risks, high profits, and large demand. For organized crime groups, human beings have been one added advantage over drugs. They can be sold repeatedly. The exploiters of human trafficking include a wide range of criminals or criminal enterprises that organize, implement, and profit from trafficking human beings. Cartels are one of the organizations that play huge parts in the human trafficking business. The criminal organizations are broken down into three main parts. They consist of the recruitment, or the ones that do the abductions, people that transfer the victims to the point of exploitation, and the people that oversee the exploitation. What can we do to protect ourselves from becoming a victim of these horrific crimes? Ways to protect yourself. There are plenty of things that we can do to protect ourselves and other people that might become victims of human trafficking. I would say one of the most important things is to always be aware of your surroundings. A lot of people these days are always on their phones or their other devices or other distracting devices and not paying attention to if somebody is following them. Always trust your instincts. If something doesn't feel right, it probably isn't. If you exercise or go for walks after dinner, like my wife makes me, then avoid walking alone. Do not trust people easily. The traffickers will set traps using women and children to lure you in so you can get out of your car and they can take advantage of you. For those of you that love your social media, be careful of what you post and who you add as friends. You should turn off your location settings and only make posts visible to your family and friends. If you can track your phone, you should always have at least 2 or 3 family members that know exactly where you are at all times. Always meet strangers in public places. You must be ready for anything and do not freeze in a situation under pressure. This can be the difference between life and death. You should arm yourself with some type of self-defense weapon. I personally carry a 40 cal everywhere I go. But if you do not like guns, you could put some pepper spray on a keychain or maybe even a taser. Anything that will help get the traffickers off or slow them down so you could get away or get help. If any of this ever happens, always yell for help and resist as much as you can. Never give up fighting. Only you can make a difference of not becoming another number in the human trafficking criminal enterprise. So there you have it. I just gave you plenty of information on the international billion-dollar business of human trafficking. You probably have not heard much about it because the news does not cover it. I just wanted to inform you and maybe save a life with bringing awareness to my fellow classmates. Remember, if you hear or see something out of the norm, then report it immediately. Help the victims of this world and speak up. The National Human Trafficking Hotline will help bring the criminals to justice and save the innocent victims of this horrific business. Thank you.